What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrubby here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. I know I am, and if you are, be sure to press the like button. Otherwise, no joke, no scam, Joe Exotic will smack you over the head with a prison tray table, and trust me, you don't want to be in prison unconscious with Joe Exotic. It's not a good time. Realistically, though, hope you guys are having a great day. My name is Scrubby. As you can tell from the title and thumbnail today, I have quite a crazy story for you guys. So, yeah, without further ado, buckle your seatbelt, don't get anyone pregnant throughout the duration of this story, and let's get into it. Anyways, guys, we've got another longer video today because I'm going to be telling you guys about arguably the most awkward, terrible, cringe school presentation I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know what makes it worse. The fact that this happened in college, so this kid was like paying for the class he gave this presentation in, or the fact that I'm not entirely sure if he failed. Like, I'm really not confident that our teacher failed him, even though it definitely should have been that way. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into it, and comment the word potato if you do, in fact, have big swag. So, in my freshman year of college, aka my only year of college, I had to take an English class, and I'm just really not a fan of most English teachers because, like, they try to make things way too deep, you know? Sometimes the author just says the curtains are blue. It's not a metaphor for, like, his overwhelming depression blocking out the sunlight of his life. Maybe he just wanted blue curtains, you know? But English teachers and I just didn't really vibe like that because they were just always trying to make things way deeper than they were. And I thought that would end in high school, but I get to college, and sure enough, you know, my English teacher is even more of like, you know, no opinion is the wrong opinion. Write about whatever you want, which I mean, like, some opinions are just the wrong opinion. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that, you know, the person who thinks them are all evil, but some opinions are just wrong. For example, if you pour cereal after you've poured milk, you're a psychopath. I'm sorry, you know, you can have that opinion, it doesn't make it right. Regardless, you know, most people in the class kind of passed the vibe check, but there was like a couple kids that she was really nice to for no reason. We had this one kid that was just straight up an incel, like straight up an incel, no way around it. For those of you that don't know what it is, it's just a dude that can't get a girlfriend because, you know, he like is pathetic or whatever, and then he blames women for it as if it's their fault. Like, man, maybe if you didn't smell like BO and wear socks with sandals everywhere, you could get a girlfriend. I'm just saying, man, nobody wants to date a 56-year-old retired man when you're supposed to be 21. And it was just like this giant dude who just did not do himself any favors and was mean to women. Like, girls would try to talk to him in class and he would tell them that they're useless to society unless they can have kids. It was just he was a really weird kid. And for the most part, you know, our English teacher would be like, even though his opinions are wrong sometimes, you know, everybody has the right to their opinion and we have to respect it. And like I said, I get it. We live in America. You can say what you want. Randomly attacking women in your college class for being useless until they have kids, probably not a very good move. Plus, I feel like gender doesn't have a lot to do with usefulness, because, like, I'm a dude, I'm useless. What do? I just talk crap on the internet all day, you know? Like, anyone can be useless. Regardless, you know, our teacher would defend this guy. And towards the end of the year, she tells us that we're going to have this huge project where we basically have to make a 20-minute presentation on something that we're passionate about, you know? Something that we really care about, that we want everybody in our class to know about. And so I decide to do the only logical thing and make a joke out of the assignment. And I think I ended up doing my project on, like, why I really love bagels, you know, just something dumb. And we had a couple weeks to do it. So the day of class comes and I get up and I give my presentation about bagels, and everybody is obviously roused by the amount of excitement that I have for the world's greatest breakfast food. I'm just saying, bagels are the best. They are extremely versatile. This is not related to the story, but I'm passionate about it, so you're gonna hear it. What else can you have so many options for breakfast food? It could be a breakfast sandwich. It could just have cream cheese. You don't even have to put anything on it. It's just toast then. Bagels are the most versatile breakfast food, and as the most important meal of the day, I think bagels deserve more respect on the food pyramid. We should add another layer to the pyramid, and it's the bagel as a halo on the pyramid, because it looks like one anyways. So I give up, I give my 20-minute presentation about bagels, and I sit down, and Creepy Boy decides that it's his turn, and I'm gonna give him a name just because the way he says things is just better if there's like a name attached. I'm gonna name him Clarence. Clarence is a good name for people that hate women. Clarence gets up and starts his presentation, and it starts pretty okay. It's like, oh, laws in America are written badly, and, you know, we need to change them. And I'm like, yeah, fair enough. Some laws aren't cool. You know, you got dudes in jail for like 80 years for a joint in their car. Like, that's kind of not chill. But, you know, let's see what this presentation's about. It's 20 minutes. And the first 10 minutes makes sense. The first 10 minutes is talking about how laws are written by people that are out of touch with, like, who the laws impact, all that stuff. You know, whatever. Whether or not you agree politically, it's a good presentation for like a class, okay? And then out of nowhere, sorry, I'm eating an orange. Give me a sec. This thing had the biggest plot twist since the fact that the Titanic sinks, all right? Oh, the unsinkable ship is sinking? That's how surprised I was with what happens next. A slide pops up and it says, why kidnapping isn't wrong. And I'm like, wow, this is a little bit of a different avenue. You know, you went from laws are bad to I should be allowed to kidnap whoever I want. It's a scenery change, you know, it might be a quick change of pace, but let's hear it. And he starts talking about how kidnapping actually shouldn't be illegal because if you're weak enough to be overpowered and taken somewhere by somebody, it's just nature's way of saying that you deserve it. Like, oh, if you get kidnapped by somebody, you kind of deserve it because they're stronger than you. And if they weren't stronger than you, then you wouldn't get kidnapped, which, you know, maybe not the most normal way to look at things, like as if kidnapping victims just deserved it. Well, you would have hit the gym a little bit more, Rebecca. The 6'7" man that kidnapped you probably would have had a harder time and you wouldn't have deserved it. I get the idea, but like, we're not gorillas, dude. Maybe in nature, when there's no rules in place, that's fine. But I thought we all kind of agreed that kidnapping people was kind of wrong when we like invented roads and cars and stuff. Maybe taking people against their will is not nice. That's what the dudes with the twirly mustaches in the 20s decided, you know? There was no laws before the 20s, though. It was the Wild West. Everyone was getting kidnapped. Like, look at how many cowboys were literally scalping each other, okay? We're gonna act like everyone was civilized back then? I don't think so. This whole anti-kidnapping thing, kinda new. So it gets weirder. I know what you're thinking. How does it get weirder than a dude basically admitting that kidnapping people should be legal in the middle of a college class? Well, it takes a severe turn. So I'm not the only one kind of concerned by the fact that this guy is saying that kidnapping should be legal. And our teacher, who, like I said, is like a blue-haired English teacher, that everyone's opinion deserves respect. Like, one of those people. And so she asked him a question. She's like, well, why do you think kidnapping should be legal? Why are you passionate about this? You know, because that was the project, is something that we're passionate about. And being passionate about the fact that kidnapping should be legal is a weird thing to be passionate about. It's like being passionate about, I don't know, the way socks feel when they're wet. Like, it's just a weird thing to be passionate about. And I did just equivalate wet socks to kidnapping, but we're just going to skip over that. So, whatever, this dude is basically like, well, I can't get a girlfriend, but if I was able to kidnap a girl, then she wouldn't be able to leave me. And the entire class is just like silent because he just admitted that in front of a bunch of people, which is a very weird thing to admit. Yeah, girls don't like me, so I'm really just trying to steal one against her will and force her to love me, you know? Stockholm Syndrome is a thing, though, I guess. So maybe he was gonna Beauty and the Beast it, like kidnap her dad and then do a weird trade situation. Who knows? Who knows? It's not NFL draft day. So obviously, everybody in this class is just kind of sitting there not knowing what to say because that's a very weird thing to admit, that you're passionate about the idea of kidnapping somebody to force them to love you. I also feel like if you really love someone, I don't know if kidnapping's on the table. Like, listen, I love some people, okay, and I've never wanted to take them against their will, ever. It's just not something that's ever crossed my mind. And you know, not to be too judgmental, but if that is crossing your mind pretty often, you might need some help, okay? We need to get you on Dr. Phil, maybe get you to the ranch because you've got some issues. You've got some issues. So he openly admits this, and our teacher is just kind of sitting there not knowing what to say because she's one of these like, every opinion's a real opinion, and like now she's trying to defend herself over the fact that somebody is in her class giving a speech that kidnapping women should be legal. And now the class is just getting uncomfortable because like, what are you supposed to say? So he finishes his presentation and the teacher's like, all right, we're gonna open it up to questions from the class, and like everyone's hand shoots up, everybody. And the demographics of this class, heavily not male. So it was a ballsy presentation to do, to say the least. And just to make this very, very, very clear to everyone on YouTube, I don't agree that you should kidnap anyone, especially because of their gender, okay? I just feel like I need to make that clear. Kidnapping is bad. And the entire class starts asking him why he thinks it's okay to kidnap people, or like, why does he feel like the only way for him to get a girlfriend is kidnap people? And he's seeming so annoyed at these questions, but these are pretty normal. Like, one girl really asked him, why are you so insecure that you need to like kidnap people to date you? You know, everybody's asking the real questions, and he's just getting increasingly annoyed and is like, this is why you people can't understand culture. It's not weird to think that, like, you know, you should be able to kidnap people that you're stronger than. It's kind of weird. It is kind of weird, though, man. Like, it is pretty weird as far as weird things go. Anyways, homeboy up here is getting really defensive and like sweating a lot. A, because, you know, he's a gargantuan incel, and B, because when people start to pressure your opinions and your opinions are just stupid, you tend to get nervous. Like, when somebody logically asks you, how is it fair to kidnap people, there's really not a good answer. So he's getting nervous and just starting to get emotional. He's just like yelling at people now when people are asking him questions. And I'm just saying, man, after my bagel presentation, people's questions were just pure joy about where can they find the nearest bagel store. So as far as presentations go, definitely deserved an A. Anyways, obviously neckbeard boy, Clarence is getting very frustrated at the fact that girls in this class just aren't cool with letting him kidnap them, which, fair reasoning. He's getting increasingly frustrated because everybody is pointing out how dumb his argument is, and he decides that the best thing to do in this situation is, instead of, you know, apologizing for saying anything, or, I don't know, explain what he means when he said kidnapping people is cool, and, like, trying to fix that very, very bad sentence, he doubles down and is like, yep, all you girls that are arguing with me are exactly what I mean when I say that you deserve to get kidnapped, which is a very weird thing to say. Like, what? You guys are pointing out how illogical it is for me to want to kidnap people, so I'm going to kidnap all of you. I also feel like that could be taken as a threat. I'm just saying, if any of these girls go missing, they're going to his door first. And at this point, me and a couple of the other dudes in class have, like, had enough. When you start threatening the girls in our class to kidnap them, so we, like, tell them to shut up and leave politely, not politely, but I can't swear on the internet or Susan will take away all my ad revenue and then my kids will starve. Not that I have kids, but one day I will, and I don't want them to starve. So me and a couple of the other dudes are like, all right, dude, you're done. Like, you need to stop. And our English teacher gets up in our faces when we're telling him to stop and starts telling us about how, like, free speech is all speech, but I feel like free speech does not cover threatening to kidnap your classmates. Like, I'm pretty sure that's an asterisk underneath, is that that's not cool. And also, if you're willing to do a 20-minute presentation on kidnapping, you're probably willing to kidnap somebody. Come on, let's just be honest here. Anybody willing to do that much research into why kidnapping is morally okay, kind of a scary thing to have out in society wandering around. At this point, though, class is disrupted. Our teacher, like, pushes us off. We weren't on him, but, like, gets us away from him and is like, class is done for the day, whatever. So we go back, and I'm sitting in my, like, dorm room, just minding my own business, and I check my phone, and she gave me a 50% on my bagel presentation with an asterisk underneath saying that I was disrespectful to fellow classmates during presentation. Because apparently telling a neckbeard that threatening to kidnap his classmates is bad is like disrespect somehow, but, you know, an entire project about how everybody in your class low-key deserves to get kidnapped because you're a weirdo who can't find love. Nah, that's cool. That's cool. Nobody cares about that part. Come on. That's right, I got punished for telling my classmate not to kidnap my other classmates. So, moral of the story is, if, you know, your classmate's ever crazy, just don't say anything because you're gonna get in trouble for it. Real talk though, guys, after that English class, I ended up, like, just not going back to school, so I don't really know whatever happened to that dude, but I'm guessing he's probably in jail for, like, attempted kidnapping, because I don't feel like he was smart enough to actually get away with it. Anyone that makes a presentation about how kidnapping should be legal is doing a very bad job at not making themselves a suspect when they do kidnap someone, but hey, who really knows? On that note, guys, I think that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I would really appreciate you guys pressing the like button. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought. And as always, subscribe if you're new. Turn on those notifications. If you turn on notification, send a screenshot to my Instagram at SCRUBBY. I shout somebody out every day. Today's notification shout out goes to Lord Chicken Dude. Big thank you for having on notifications. Other than that, follow me on Twitter at SCRUBBY_69. There's a 69 in the name. That makes it funny. And yeah, don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and hopefully I'll see you guys again with another video. I'm gonna go kidnap somebody and force them to marry me now. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time with another video. I'm out. Peace.